Welcome everyone to this ClickCreate Curator Spotlight. This month we have Hydration, curated by OSF. What was the inspiration for this curation's theme?
So this theme is hydration. I wanted to pick something that could be taken literally. You know, like you could have the concept or idea of like someone being dehydrated or whatever, or feeling like you need a drink. I wanted to take something that could be taken literally, but something that maybe also has a secondary or deeper meaning that could be interpreted in different ways by different artists. And you know, hydration can mean lots of different things. And I kind of feel like, especially given the timing, like wanted something that felt a bit seasonal. And for me, it's like summer's a slow time of the year. Everyone's kind of like on holiday, you know, not really that switched on with whatever they're doing. And then when you hit September, it's like, oh shit, I've got like 3 months left in the year. It's all hands on deck right now. And I kind of like the juxtaposition of having that theme of like being hydrated or replenished, like heading into September, October, November, December. So yeah, I wanted to pick like autumn or fall, but I thought that was like too basic, so I thought a bit harder.
What lasting impression do you hope to achieve with this curation?
I want people to realize that there is a lot of talent out there. There's a lot of exceptional artists out there who I think deserve to get more attention, more limelight, and I think they will. I think ClickCreate, I think it's such a great platform to get yourself known and get more eyes on your work. And these two people, I feel like, I don't want to say that they're like underrated, but I would love to see more of the bigger collectors get involved in the stuff that they're producing and get more eyes on it, basically. And that's the impression that I want to have. I want people to be like, oh yeah, I've heard of Mendes, or I've heard of Molly, but after this curation and this drop, and after I, you know, listened to their interviews and, you know, read a little about their history and saw the pieces, I thought, wow, like I actually really want to, I've gone from like just hearing about these guys to actually wanting to collect from these guys.
How did the artist's individual styles contribute to the central theme?
Of the three artists, including myself, I think I'm probably the least deep, most literal, pretty like basic artists out there. Whereas these guys are actually pretty thought-provoking in the stuff that they put out. And I don't think, my expectation is that if you see my piece, you might think, oh, that theme is maybe like based around hydration or drinking or whatever. If you see their pieces, you may not initially get the theme, but once you know the theme, it will make sense. And that's what I'm excited to see about how they, you know, incorporate this theme.
How did you select this month's artist?
There's so many talented artists out there now that all deserve a shot with some limelight, and you know, especially now in the market the way it currently is, it's hard to get eyes on your work. I wanted to pick a couple of people who I've been following, you know, for the past few months, and you know, possibly even like over a year now, who I think are just like purely art focused, have just been producing things day in, day out, or week in, week out, and clearly not like unraveled by market conditions, or you know, they're not suddenly like, oh, like the market sucks, I'm gonna go do something else, right? So that was kind of the main thing. It's like who out there has been producing these daily pieces or weekly pieces, or putting out constant stuff there. And also even like trying to change the way it's done, you know, like we're too used to like, oh, here's an edition, let's mint it, let's buy it. And I think people have kind of like felt that's become a bit samey. So like, how do you be creative in terms of getting your work out there, but also being able to sell your work in ways that feel novel to collectors, I think.
How does Molly offer a different dimension with her digital art?
I wanted to have someone who kind of has like a physical component to their artwork. And I think Molly's done a lot of physical pieces. She's doing this great thing in NYC right now where you can head over to her gallery, and she has like a bunch of like pastel drawn pieces that are out there that you can go and literally pick up, I think, for the first 50 people who are able to attend it. And that's kind of touching on what I was saying earlier. Like, that is a cool, unique way to get your art out there in a form that's not just an NFT and not just a digital painting. And I think lots of people are very one-dimensional. It's like, hey, here's my digital artwork, or hey, here's my painting, and there's like nothing in between. And I do believe someone can be talented enough to be able to do both and to be able to link both. And we should be trying to link both of these things in order to onboard more traditional people and make the traditional world understand it. So I think Molly does that really well. And she obviously has some great physical pieces. She's doing stuff in physical galleries. She's moved over to NYC to focus on her art career as a young woman, and I think that's very commendable. And I think she just offers like a different dimension to a lot of the other artists out there.
How does Mendez use thought-provoking imagery to captivate the viewer?
Yeah, I think his stuff I personally find just like very incredible. Like, he's been putting out, I think, a daily or every few days a new piece of art out there pretty regularly, which has got great engagement and views and all the metrics and stuff on Twitter. And I think I just feel like he's the kind of artist where if this was 2021, his stuff would be like flying off the shelves at like crazy high prices on Super and all that kind of stuff. And that's just not where we are at the moment. But I think his artwork is like very captivating. It's very thought-provoking, and I'm excited to see like how he takes this theme and puts it into what he does, because his pieces can be very literal or can be very deep, and I'm curious to see what his take will be on it.